Hello, Cobras fans. Welcome back to the Cobras Corner. My name is James Brown, and we are back after a year off. Here I am with Coach Josh Resignalo. Coach, welcome back to football.
Yeah, man, it's glad to be back. I think the last show we had was a little over a year ago.
A little over a year ago.
Yeah, so it's been a long time coming, and we're excited to be back out here.
Yes, sir. That virus has really affected everything in every aspect of life, but the one thing we're happy about is being back here and talking about football and all the good stuff life brings to us. Coach, the last couple of times we were in the Cobras Corner, we were talking about the season being pushed back another week and talking about hopefully getting to that first game last year. Talk to me about what you were thinking as we went through that process and then ultimately not having a season last year. What was your mindset, and how did you go from there to where we are today?
Yeah, so the biggest thing I think the obstacle was, was disheartening in itself that the season got canceled. But my first thought was to the players, because they have to keep pushing their lives off, and then to decide that we're not going to play and the season's canceled, then they're all trying to figure out what they're going to do. And, a lot of these guys, they're not doing anything work-wise, life-wise yet, because they're still trying to pursue their dream of playing football. So it's almost like they had to put a hold. So they were, confused, and the whole mindset discombobulated of what they needed to do to focus to move on. So all I could really do is just try to be encouraging and just, focus on to the next year. You can't really sulk about not playing, so we got to figure out a way to regroup and be mentally tough going forward. Because football is a mental game too. What do they say? Always 90% mental, 10% physical. So it's just another aspect. And I always go back to my military background of adapting and overcome and keeping it moving, and you do what we got to do. I mean, there's no sense to get all down about it. So we're here now. We're excited. Guys, a couple guys have re-signed back from that 2020 roster that we were going to go into the season with, and with a lot of new faces. So we're excited for Cobra Nation to meet them.
Coach, what have you been doing the past year or so that we've been off?
Well, I feel like we've just been preparing since the last time we talked, and just been an ever-going process of recruiting and traveling around to a couple different cities. We had 7 different cities we went to in the off-season, looking for talent, across up and down the East Coast, and just getting everything ready. Getting the office back rolling again, getting everyone back in the swing of things, and just trying to get back in the groove.
It was exciting to hear that you were holding so many tryouts in so many different areas, and looks like you've picked up a lot of good talent from a lot of different areas. Is that right?
Yeah, we got guys from all over the country, and one of the biggest things that the emphasis that I put on our recruiting process this year was getting a lot of our local guys to come back home. Guys that have gone through college, gone into some pro leagues, and have an opportunity to stay home in North Carolina to continue playing and following their dream.
Yes, and we're excited to be out here at the workout today. And I tell you what, these guys look like they're ready for some football. And Friday, as we talked about, you're headed to New Jersey. Is that right?
Yep, Trenton, New Jersey, to face one of the new expansion teams into the NAL this year. Not a new team in the indoor game per se, but new to the National Arena League. So we're excited to add some new teams and get after it. They play in I want to say Cure Center in Trenton, New Jersey, I believe is the name of the facility that they play in. But it's in Trenton is where we'll be traveling to.
And the exciting coincidence there is that not only is that your first game of the season, but they are also the opponent for your first home game of the season in a few weeks. Is that right?
Absolutely, June 19th. So we open up the season next week on the road in Jersey. Then we got a bye week. Then we travel to Jacksonville on the road, which is always a rival game for us, and is always a good heated matchup. And then we come back home June 19th for our home opener.
Oh, and that's going to be so exciting. I'm sure that the Greensboro Coliseum is happy to see you guys back there, and hopefully we can fill that baby up. Do you know anything about capacity restrictions or anything with the Coliseum so far?
Yeah, so currently we're at 50%, and then with all the new restrictions being lifted, in the state, we'll be at 100% capacity come June 19th. So we're excited about that, and the Coliseum's excited about it too.
Oh, absolutely. I know that when we get that place rocking, it's something special to see. Tom and I also always say that best place in the country for arena football, and we're glad to be back.
Absolutely. It's a great atmosphere, great fan base. The fans are excited to be back. We got some new things going on. We brought on B Dot with 102 Jams as our voice of the Cobras. He's our PA announcer and our MC in the game, so that was pretty cool to add that. He's got a huge following in the Triad. Very energetic, gets the party going, and the fans are going to be really excited to have him a part of the game day experience.
B Dot is phenomenal. I actually had the pleasure of being an assistant coach when he was in high school. Coached him in high school, and that's going to be fun.
We were talking. We went to an event today. Matter of fact, earlier over at Faust Elementary School, and we were joking about him. He was going to come out and check out some practices, and I said, "You can still run some routes." And he said he's still got a little bit in the tank left. So was he a pretty good player in high school?
I'd love to see it. It's been a lot of years ago, and I'll say this: his personality is only gotten better, but it was still there in high school. He was a great guy and still is. And Coach got word that you're wearing a few extra hats this season as well. Talk to me about some of the new things that you've got going on here with the Cobras.
Yeah, so being here gives me the opportunity to help on the business side during the day, getting out, getting corporate sponsors, getting partnerships, developed and build those relationships out in the community, because that's what's going to make us last for a long time. Being entrenched in the community, not just being in the community. Me living here, for 10 plus years in the Triad, this is my home now, so I want to try to make it the best we can make it. We're going to be signing a lease extension with the Coliseum, so I want this to be my last stop. I want this to be something that grows for a long time, like your organizations like the Columbus Lions, which is in the NAL as well. They're going on to 12 plus years or so. I think since 2006 or 7. So they've been doing football for a long time, and I want that type of franchise organization atmosphere here in the Triad.
Well, Coach, I know that I'm excited for the Cobras. I'm sure there are plenty of fans who are excited. How can they reach out to the Cobras? How can folks in the community be sponsors or touch the Cobras organization?
Yep. So for most of all the information, you go to our website at carolinacobras.com, and up on the tabs you can choose the partner tab if people are interested in the community to be a partner. You also purchase tickets straight to the website. There's a phone number there for tickets and whatnot they could call. As far as social media, we're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I'm not a big Instagram, Twitter guy myself, but Facebook for sure. I'm on that a lot. But as far as the team, we got a pretty good presence with all three of the platforms.
Well, Coach, I want to say thank you for stopping in with us today. I know that you've got practice coming up real soon. We appreciate you being out here, and we're excited to see this season. So good luck. Best of luck on this season.
Yeah, appreciate it. We're excited to get back at it, doing everything we got going with the show and with you guys, working with everybody, and just getting everyone back, get the whole family back together and get this thing moving.
Deshaun Johnson, you're going back to New Jersey, is that right?
Yes, sir. That's my home, New Jersey.
Now, what are they going to have to do to tackle you on Friday night?
They're going to have to call their mama, their daddy, everybody come tackle me. I'm a big load, man.
Okay, and y'all can tune in on YouTube Live. Keep an eye out for watch party information right here in Greensboro. And Deshaun, they'll be looking for what from you?
Hey, look for me to get into the end zone. Red breed, baby. Jersey.
So you remember the 2018 Cobra Championship team? Joe Harris was right here. What do you have to say to the New Jersey defensive line?
Be ready, because here we come. We have a fantastic offensive line. We're rebuilding good replacements. We just brought in my brother that played at Limestone University the previous year before, and he's ready to get after it and score some touchdowns and make big plays for the Carolina offense.
What about our fans in Greensboro? Would you recommend they get out there and watch you at the Coliseum?
Most definitely. We have the number one best fans in NAL. Like, our fans, nobody compares to our fans. The ninth man is going to be there, everybody. So I advise everybody to come out there and bring their loud crowd. Please do.
All right, in the meantime, you tune in on YouTube Live. Joe Harris will be there, and he's going to be going after New Jersey. We're here with Julius Gregory. He's a jack linebacker and a receiver. Julius, you play with some intensity, is that right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. I try to bring it every play.
So what do you think about New Jersey?
I mean, I feel like they got a good team, but what we're doing down here is a lot better. Coach Reyes and his staff put an amazing team together, and we just want to go down there and work, man. It's been 18 long months, and we just want to hit somebody.
And what about New Jersey? You ready to go out and hit some of them?
They just a mark on the calendar. One day at a time, one game at a time. We coming.
Anything you want to say to your fans?
Y'all already know how we turn it up in the snake pit, baby. We live every game, every day.
Welcome back to the Cobras Corner. James Brown here, and I am with quarterback James Summers. James, welcome back to football.
Thank you for having me here today.
Yes, sir. Last time we talked, We were hopeful for the 2020 season, looking forward to what all that could be, and then we had the rug pulled out from under us. No season last year. Talk to me a little bit about how you were feeling and how you got through that time.
Well, it was very disappointing. Like I was saying, we was really banking on that season. We had a lot to prove. We still do this year, and I'm excited with the guys we got. But the process to get there, man, it was a struggle. I worked 2 or 3 jobs, to keep me upstanding financially, and spent a lot of time with my kid, and that kind of filled in the gap for the time.
Where did you work?
I was living in Charlotte, so I was working at Amazon. I also was doing personal training at Gold's Gym. So I was kind of all over the place, but I got things done, and I was able to have a flexible schedule for both. So I was able to spend a lot of time with my kid, and that's what I was telling you. That's where the gap filled in at.
That's a big positive is turning what was a negative into something meaningful with your child. That's great. So here we are, 2021. How you feeling?
Oh, man, I'm feeling great. I think we had a lot of surprises out here this year. You never know what you're going to get coming to a brand new team with a new coach and whole new coaching staff. And I can say we're quite blessed to have the group that we have and the maturity and the professionalism that we have on this team. I think it's going to be a great year.
That's awesome. We're all excited, of course, to get back to normalcy. And for me and guys like you, normalcy is football.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So you guys are going to give us our first taste of football post-pandemic, and that's exciting. Talk to me a little bit about being in the Coliseum and just getting back out on that field.
Well, as you know, I'm from Greensboro, so every time I walk into that Coliseum, man, I get chills, even if it's for basketball and now arena football. And getting back in there, I think we're going to relight the city up, and then we got a show to put on. We promise to do that for you guys, for sure.
Yes, sir. And first opponent is New Jersey.
Yes, it is.
And we're talking Friday.
Yep.
So, and then they're also the first home opponent this year.
Yes, that'll be the first home opponent. My birthday will be that week, so that's going to be a pretty big week for me.
Pretty big week for you. Sounds like we're going to get us a good birthday gift.
I think
huh?
so. I think I have to.
Last year, James, you were coming into the team as a quarterback. You've had an entire year to process that, to be that leader on the field. Do you think that you're better off given that entire year to prepare for that?
Oh, yeah, that whole year prepared me for the things I can imagine, as far as being mentally prepared, physically prepared, because I've come back this year 30 pounds lighter. A lot of people don't know that. I don't look it, but I dispersed my weight very well, and I've been taking care of my body. Health has been one major thing about it, and that's the maturity process of it, knowing your body, knowing how to take care of it, and it's been well, man. I think it's going to help progress into what I got to show this year. Because I'll be playing quarterback, but as you can see, I'm taped up today as a receiver. I'll play linebacker. I'll do some return. I'll do special teams. I just want to help the team in any way I can, so I'm all over the place.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about the quarterback competition. Do you see that as pressure or as motivation?
Well, they say pressure makes diamonds. So I just see it as another diamond in the making. I love pressure. I perform the best under pressure. It's what makes me love this game so much because of the pressure that you can feel and overcome during the game. So I love it.
That's awesome. And, of course, in any football competition, the key is reps, reps, reps. You got to get as many reps as you can.
Yes, and having a year off, that's what I did. I got a lot of reps, whether it was, just doing footwork for linebacker or catching the ball for receiver or just getting some throws in at quarterback. Whatever it was, I was doing everything, and I think that's what prepared me and the type of tenacity and speed I have. It's going to be a great show this year.
Have you gotten comfortable with Coach's system? You've had that time to familiarize yourself. How's that going?
It's going well because looking at it from a quarterback standpoint, it allows me to learn what everyone's doing on the field all the way down to the fullback. So when you have that mentality and you know what's going on, there's a lot of things you can do differently during the game and adjust to during the game that other guys might not know or see because they don't know the experience or have that experience being back there. So I think it helps a lot.
James, thank you for sharing your talents with us, and can't wait to see them manifest out on the field.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me. And to all the fans out there, I know we got a couple away games early, but that first week in June we get back here, I expect you to be there. Even come a little earlier, come out, hang out with me and watch me catch a few balls before the game. I can sign autographs, do whatever. We can have a little fun before the game. Whatever you do, you be there. And I'll see you later. I got to get to practice.
Thank you, James.